right, so we found a post by Bleacher Report, posted by Grant Hughes, and he's asking us which team has the best young core. Now, he's ranked them 1 through 10, so let's get into that list. Number 1, he have the Memphis Grizzlies. Number 2, the New Orleans Pelicans. Coming in at number 3 is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 4, the Boston Celtics. Number 5, the Atlanta Hawks. Number 6, OKC Thunder. Number 7, he has the Toronto Raptors. And number 8, the Detroit Pistons. Number 9, the Houston Rockets. And number 10, the Orlando Magic. Let's get into this ranking of the best young cores.
Clearly, the number 1 spot should be the Boston Celtics. I'm just sorry. They're just off of a championship run. What? Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Robert Williams. We're talking about core. We just seen a display of what this core can do deep in the season and deep in the playoffs. Matter of fact, so deep that they made it to the NBA Finals. Now, they didn't win, but they actually made it. So, for me, number 1 is Boston Celtics.
Yeah, they're number 1 for me too, only because it says here after the 2022 free agency, and we know they picked up Malcolm Brogdon. Hello. So yeah, that to me pushed them to number 1.
Malcolm Brogdon is 28.
Okay. He's still part of their young core to me.
Okay. He's a part of their core. I wouldn't consider him a young core. I mean, my young core would be anybody under 25. That's just how I see it. However, Malcolm Brogdon pickup for the 2023 season. I agree with you. It's a solid pickup. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So the New Orleans Pelicans, I'm telling you right there, that young core between B.I. and Zion Williamson, do you have them ranked at number 2?
I do not. Who do you have at number 2?
Number 2, I had the Memphis Grizzlies. I cannot discount Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, and JJJ. I just can't. They're exciting. They're fun to watch, and they're super talented. And they went fairly deep in the playoffs without their main man and Ja Morant. So they're number 2 for me.
I was torn between the 2 and the 3 spot. But Memphis Grizzlies for number 2 for me as well, for the same things you mentioned. I have nothing else to add to that. I think that next season, for the 2023 season, will be something to watch, especially in the West. But I'm going to move on to the East. And my number 3 for the East is the Cleveland Cavaliers. I have to agree with this list. Let me tell you something. This core right here, I think I am the most excited about when we're talking about young core in the East is the Cleveland Cavaliers. What? Darius Garland with that new contract. Colin Sexton is supposed to be returning. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Those 4 right there, young core players. I don't know what these old heads gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do. Their experiences will be the one to carry them through, but their agility is going to just outshine this Cleveland Cavaliers' agility and speed and whatever that is. It's gonna be something to watch. So yeah, for me, 3 Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yes, I agree with this list as well. Cleveland Cavaliers are definitely number 3. Oh my goodness. Yes, number 4 though, he has the Boston Celtics. We do not. Coming in at number 4 for me are the New Orleans Pelicans. Like I mentioned, B.I. Zion. I even threw in Herbert Jones and Trey Murphy III. For me, they are part of the young core. Now, the only thing is Zion, like, if he comes back, the player that we all remember, stand by for the New Orleans Pelicans. Be on the lookout. That's all I'm going to say about them.
I don't have the New Orleans Pelicans at number 4, but I do agree with what you mentioned, but not at the number 4 spot.
Okay.
Number 4, I actually have the Atlanta Hawks. Something about that DeJounte Murray pickup, adding to their young core, did it for me. Now, we know what Trae Young is going to bring. Now, yes, their 2022 season was abysmal. Let's just call it what it was. But that 2021 season gave me some hope of what they could be. Now they inserted DeJounte Murray, and you got John Collins and DeAndre Hunter. What I'm saying is that for me is a number 4 spot, the Hawks. So yeah.
Okay. I do not have the Hawks at 4. I have them at number 5 because I'm just saying, I'm a big fan of John Collins. And I remember when his name was floating around in trade talks, I said, no. But now that they, like you mentioned, DeJounte, Trae, and John Collins together, they did get rid of Kevin Huerter, though. That's your perimeter shooter, but I wouldn't say that he's part of their core anyway. So yeah, I have the Atlanta Hawks at number 5.
And my number 5, I have Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors on the strength of Scotty Barnes. Let me just tell you right now. That's Scotty Barnes. Oh, now that he has more experience. And then with OG Anunoby and the Gary Trent Jr., he's an add a nice little core piece as well. But Scotty and OG from a young core after free agency, for me, number 5 on my list.
Okay, now Scotty, right? Rookie of the year, right?
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
cannot wait. Yes.
Okay, so on their list, number 6 is the OKC Thunder. I have the Toronto Raptors at number 6.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's just something about we the North, how they take ownership of just kind of being like the only team outside of the United States. It's just something about that. So
Yeah,
I have them, talented bunch. I like to include Fred VanVleet. I know he's not necessarily young per se,
it's not.
but just his leadership though. For me, I had to include him.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's okay. My number 6 is actually the New Orleans Pelicans for the same
Mm.
reasons you mentioned. But I just ranked them at number 6. I think the Atlanta Hawks and the Toronto Raptors for me, because I have not seen Zion play, right? So that's the only reason why they slid down. I still have hope and faith in them for the 2023 season. But the only reason why is because I haven't seen Zion play a full season. So once that happens, and if he can bring the same um, power and explosiveness that we know he has, and that we are all anticipating seeing long term in the season, then yeah, I have the New Orleans Pelicans at number 6.
Okay. So for number 7, now this is where things got a little difficult for me. I just had a hard time ranking them. This list has the Toronto Raptors at number 7. I do not.
I do
And
not.
number 7, I have the Detroit Pistons.
I do as well.
Okay.
But I am gonna say I struggle with ranking 7 through 10. I'm gonna be honest. But I have the Detroit Pistons at number 7 as well.
Yes, when you talk about Cade Cunningham, and they just drafted Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, who I'm a huge fan of. I mean, they basically their whole squad is filled with young dudes since they traded away Jeremy Grant. So I have to go with them at number 7. Still haven't really seen what Cade Cunningham can do on a nightly basis because I think he had an injury, but last season. But I have faith in the Detroit Pistons. Hopefully, they'll do something fantastic next season.
Yeah, yeah. Likewise, I hope the best for them as well. What I just don't want to see this core at the bottom of the East for the 2023 season. Can't happen. Not this core. So we'll see. Yeah.
Hmm.
Number 8 though, again, 7 through 10, I struggled, but I did OKC at number 8 on the strength of Shea Gilders. I'm sorry, I don't want him to be lost in the shuffle because I like Shea Gilders Alexander, and then they drafted Chet Holmgren. So we'll see how it goes. OKC number 8 for me.
Yes, I have OKC number 8 as well. They have Josh Giddey. They still have Lou Dort, Darius Baisley. And then Chet Holmgren with swagger on 100. Like, I think Chet Holmgren is going to be the key piece that they need
Yep.
because the whole team is basically young, but something about him. I
agree.
still like what I'm seeing from him, even though he struggled a little bit in the summer league. But got OKC at number 8.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Coming in at number 9. It's getting slim pickings at this point. It's getting real slim.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Number 9 for me, I agree with this list, the Houston Rockets.
I don't have
basically, you don't have the Rockets at
I
number
have
9?
the Houston Rockets at 10. No, I do not. Mm-mm.
Now, come on. The Houston Rockets have Jabari Smith Jr., who they just drafted. They still have Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, a lot of untapped potential. He brought some excitement to Houston basketball. And then I like Josh Christopher as well.
Okay, that's fine. I have Houston Rockets at number 10. I wish them well next season. For number 9, I just have the Orlando Magic. I like Cole Anthony. I want to see more from Jalen Suggs. And then they have the new number 1 first round pick, Paolo. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I have the Orlando Magic at number 10. I mean, Cole Anthony, he did his best last season.
Mhm.
But Banchero has a lot of promise, so we'll see though. But it's just, Franz Wagner is down there too in Orlando.
That's great.
Still number 10 for me.
I just can't. 9, 10. You pick them. I don't really care. I can support either ranking between 9 and 10 for those two teams. It is what it is. I just need to see more. I need to see more, right? And so if we do this again for next season, then it may be different. But this season, yeah.